Hi, Mar. So, 80? That's amazing. I just hope I have the energy in 10 more years that you have right now because you're like 60 to me. Um, so, do you remember the day that you walked out your door at your apartment and fell madly in love with my babysitter? I'm so happy that day happened and so thankful because that sealed the deal for us to be family for life. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I love you much. I hope you have an amazing birthday.
Hey, bud, let's go to a crap table somewhere, huh? Hey, I just want to tell you how much I love you and I appreciate you very much. You take good care of everybody, and that says a lot about a man. I just want you to have a happy birthday. And I know you will because your family's going to make sure that you do.
Hey, Marius, my investing buddy. Do you remember the time that you and I bought all that silver and made a killing? Oh, wait. No, wait a minute. That's not a good example. We lost bad on that one. Oh, yeah, I remember. You and I talked and strategized, and we knew that it was going to be cold, and we decided let's clean house on natural gas. That's the one where we made, no, we didn't make a lot of money on that one either. In fact, we had cleaned out on that one. But then we had our friends tell us at the White Way, the intelligent friends at the White Way, that we should buy Neon stock. And that's the one we bought and made all our, no, we didn't make our money on that one either. Ah, hell, what's it matter?
So I know we've been on a lot of trips. We've gone to a lot of places. We've done a lot of things. I have to say that I've never been mad at you, or I never felt like you were mad at me, and we never had anything to take back. And I think that's a pretty good testament to a pretty good friendship that I am very happy I have with you.
Hi, Marius. Happy birthday to a guy who would give you the shirt off his back. That's the way Brett always described you. He loved you so much, and he just thought the world of you. And I only wish he were here today to celebrate this special day. In thinking of a special memory, we had so many. It's really, really hard to choose. We had so many wonderful trips, cruises, but the first thing that came to my mind was one particular cruise when you and Brett were carrying a bit of an extra spare tire around your middle. And you guys were a little bit obsessed that you didn't have the biggest bellies on the cruise, so you actually started counting men that you thought had bigger tummies than you. And it was like, hey, Sharon, hey, Julie, his belly's bigger than mine, right? That's number 210. Well, you counted well over 200 men that you thought had bigger stomachs than you. And that's just something that makes me laugh whenever I think about it. I love you, Marius. I love you so much. And I wish you blessings for many more birthdays. God bless.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to tell you a story about Grandpa Marius. This is a typical Marius story. Sharon, you'll be able to relate to it. Let me set the stage. We're going to the Big Ten Conference basketball tournament at the United Center. Just me and Marius. We're in the car. I'm driving. We're on the Dan Ryan Express, and the traffic is moving dangerously rapid. I feel like I'm in one of those video games where you're in the race car and the cars are zipping in front of you and passing you. I got both hands on the steering wheel at 10 and 2. My knuckles are white, and I'm just trying to focus on getting us there safely and getting off at my exit. Now, in the passenger seat is Marius. And he's got his phone, of course. He's got that on his shoulder, between his ear. He's got this 7x14, like 3 sheets of paper, all filled with all the games going on that day. And he's got a pencil. and he's talking to someone on the phone, and he's shuffling these 7x14 sheets of paper trying to find whatever game the information he needs to put on. And pretty soon he drops the pencil. And without hesitation, he looks at me and says, "Could you get that for me?" That's the Marius story.
Hey, Marius, 80, nice number. Congrats on that. Three things that I would like to share with you about our relationship, our friendship, that are unique to us. First of all, you're the only one that calls me by my middle name, Batista. So that's kind of special. Secondly, you were a very loyal friend to my dad. And whenever I see you, almost daily, it reminds me of him. The third thing, obviously, is White Sox. And there's many memories of White Sox times, but the one that comes to mind most that we shared only was the night that the House in the state of Illinois was going to pass whether to save our Sox or not, and Governor Thompson stopped the clock at midnight. You had come over to my house, you got me out of bed, and we were on your driveway, literally on your driveway, because midnight came and it wasn't passed, and you couldn't stand the stress and laid down on the concrete. I'll remember that till the day I die, because that's typical Marius. But anyway, that's one of my fond memories of you.
Hi, Marius. It's Kathy and Oral from sunny Florida. Happy birthday to a longtime friend, over 50 years. I can't believe that time has gone. We love you. Have a great happy birthday. And we want to thank you so much for standing up for us so we could get married.
Hi, Marius. Happy birthday. Hope you're having a great day. I know you would be having a better day if you were here in sunny Florida, but that's the way it goes.
So enjoy your family and enjoy your day.
Hey, Marius.
Hello, Abel Locker.
We're calling to tell you happy birthday. And Larry's supposed to tell a story about you two, but he can't remember. He can't remember any, which I find hard to believe, but...
Well, I mean, it's just because my memory's gone.
Exactly.
Because I got a lot of stories, I just can't remember them.
So anyhow, we love you.
To the biggest White Sox fan that I know, that would probably know more trivia about White Sox than anyone out there. So,
and Larry's best friend, you've stood behind him, and we appreciate that.
yeah, I've taken you to a lot of nice places, haven't I? Marion, a few other places like that. Yeah.
So?
And when I met him, he was a coach for the Wallace Warriors, and I was a referee, and that's how it started.
When was it?
A long time ago.
Okay.
Put it this way, Marius is still working at Wallace, and he's been retired for over 20 years.
Okay.
The only way you know it could be topped off is the Sox win another World Series. It's a long shot, but long shots happen.
80. Holy shit. Who'd have thunk it? All the people who've driven with you would have thought it never would have happened. We had some good times. All the way back from the Igloo on Saturday night, betting $6 round robins, all the way to the night you tried to sneak into that XXX movie with the sunglasses like nobody would know who you are, or the night at the White Way when you showed everybody how tough you are when Mary Ann clocked you with that roundhouse right. You stayed down for the 8 count, or the time you faked that knee injury, so we had to push you in a wheelchair through the airport, going through the candy store, where you take one piece and put it in a bag, and you take one piece, put it in a bag, and take 2 off the shelf and eat it. We had some great times. They're not over. The only thing is we need 80 more years to get even with Dean.
I just want to say that the happiness, the joy, the laughs, the good times that you have put into my life cannot be measured. I looked up a complicated word in the dictionary to explain my feelings a little better. But as I looked at the definition, it didn't come close. But I'll use it anyway, buddy. Thanks.
In 1965, Mr. Durango became my 8th grade school teacher. That started a long friendship that still exists today. So many great memories from 8th grade to our horse racing memories, to the many White Sox games that we attended, to being my best man in my wedding. He's such a great, great friend.
Happy birthday, Marius. I was asked for a story, and there are a lot of stories I could tell, but I think it'd be a shame if I didn't tell a story that had to do with your history as the lovable hypochondriac. One of my favorites is one when I was working at Johnny's many years ago, probably about 30 years ago, and I was with the patient, and Stacy came in, had to talk to me right away. Stacy always had a very serious look on her face, so when she told me that my Uncle Marius had called me and I needed to talk to him right away, it was very important. I thought, the first thing I think is that somebody's hurt, my dad was hurt, or something really bad when Marius has to talk to me right away. And so I broke away from the patient, called you, Marius, and then you tell me the story of how you had been talking to some of the board-certified physicians that are on staff at either the White Way or John's Place, and that they'd informed you that it was a certain sign of colon cancer, that if your bowel movements floated, you were dying. Sorry, it's still funny today. And though I think I repressed my urge to laugh and held back that urge to tell you, oh yeah, it's true, because I knew if I did, you'd be saying your last goodbyes and drawing up your papers in 5 minutes. I guess the point is that you don't take the medical advice of people that hang out at John's Place or the White Way, because they're usually pretty wrong about stuff like that, and considering 30 years later you made it to 80, I think they were very wrong.
My favorite story about Marius Durango is when I was in college, and I had hair kind of like this, maybe a little bit longer, but he wouldn't let me go to the White Sox game, and I'll bet you now that I'm his dentist, he would let me go even when I have hair like this down to my shoulders.
Well, hello, MD. It's 80 years. It's hard to believe that all the cigarettes you smoked and every illness known to mankind you've had, and you're still around, so that's very well. Very happy for that. Now to tell some stories about I've known you probably since 1970, and we've had good experiences. We'll start out the first ones was the time I went to Igloo after work, and you says, hey, they're having a stag down at Mark, let's go down there. And I said, okay, well, we got down there, and you says, you throw in 200, well, first of all, I cashed my check, I got $180. That's how much I was making a week back in 1970, probably take-home pay. And so me and you went down there. I had a pork and a soda at the Igloo, went down there. About an hour later, we were $5,000 stuck. I'm thinking, what am I doing here with this guy? We're $5,000 stuck. Lucky that farmer kept giving us a chance to get even, and you got us out of that trap. Now, another trap you got me into, and I want to thank you first for this, was all the free trips you got me to Vegas when I was a kid. I was just a poor farm boy. And you and Joey and them got me out there, and I didn't have to pay for nothing except take money. For this one particular trip, I took $1,100, and that's when you had the system, we'll bet the don'ts. Well, we were in town 8 hours, my $1,100 was gone, and luckily that black guy couldn't make the hard for it, and it turned it around, and we got 90% of our money back. But I definitely want to thank you for taking care of me when I was a kid. Now the things that you've done that really sort of messed me up, not messed me up, because I did good. I said I always wish I would have hung around with people that were a little more conservative, because I did well in life. But if I wouldn't have hung around with you and Joey Maz, I'd have had over $100,000 that I didn't spend in Las Vegas on your excursions and trips and everything. But the one I want to tell you about is the time I was down John's, and you said, "Hey, I want to use your car. I gotta go get." It was Sandy's. I gotta get the kids some sandwiches. I said, "Okay." I was playing cards. You says, and I told you, "Well, Marius, don't smoke in the car because it's only got about 6,000 miles on it. It was new." And you said, "Oh, okay, no problem." Well, about 15 minutes later, Butch comes to the back room and says, "Hey, Marius had a little fender bender up at Sandy's." I said, "What the heck?" So me and Jackie Donaldson got in the car, and I go up Peoria Street, and we turn on the Peoria Street. There's 2 squad cars with the lights going and the fire truck there. I thought, this has got to be more than a fender bender. I figured he just backed into somebody. Well, I went there. The whole front end of the car was torn off. And I said, "Marius, what happened?" And he says, "Oh, I don't know what happened." He says, "I think that guy had no lights on and I pulled out in front of him." But to save the day, you says, "Here, smell in the car. At least I didn't smoke in it," he said. I said, "Well, thank God for that." So that car was totaled out. That was one of your expensive trips for me. And then the other one was, I guess I get to the important stuff. I figured out exactly how many years of sweet corn I have picked for you since 1973. I figure I pick 70 days out of the summer, averaging, and this is low, kids, for Sharon and Jeff's, and your kids that know it, and the grandkids that know it. I figured I picked 1,400 ears a year and delivered to your house. That is since 1993, or 73. So if you add all them years up, I have picked 61,600 ears of sweet corn for you, Marius. I know most of you won't believe that, but I have. And I haven't done anything else. Because I always want to take some Marius. So get about 5-6 more years, and then we can all go out together and hope the plane crashes coming home.
Hi, Marius. Word got down to us in Florida that you're celebrating your 80th birthday with your wonderful family today. And that got me to thinking, wow, when I met you, you were only 40. I didn't realize that. Anyway, thinking of Wallace and 40 years ago and since, I'll always remember how you started out our day in that crowded, smoky teacher's lounge with a wonderful story, usually a joke or a funny story, and you put a smile on our faces, and I don't know if you realized what an impact you had on all of us in a very positive way, and therefore I think you also influenced our students. So I'm so glad that I was a part of that family, and I'm going to turn it over to Dave.
Hey Marius, you've been a good friend over the years, but I really only like you because you're an Illini and White Sox fan. Ha! So thanks for the tickets throughout the years, and we really appreciate that. And so
have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.
I here to talk about my favorite buddy, Marius. No one can have a better friend than Marius is. I wanted to tell a couple of stories that might make you laugh, but I'll keep them nice and clean. We went to Morris, and we've never been to Morris gym. We don't know where the high school is. So we're driving around, and I said to Morris, there's got to be Jim, look at all the lights, look at all the people. A lot of cars in the driveway. So, in the parking lot. So we drive along, we get out, we park the car and we get out. Hey, there's nobody going in the back here. Here, we found out everywhere in Morris at some big factory. And we pulled up to the loading dock. Where the hell's the high school at? Here we're at a loading dock at a factory instead of at the ball game. We laughed like hell. And then I got one sitting home on a Friday night and thought I was going to relax. Phone rings and it's Marius. He says, hey, Paul, I got a horse running up Chicago tonight. How about taking a ride with me to see the race? Now it's about 6:30, 7 o'clock. I don't know what time this horse ran. So I said, oh, Marty. He says, come on, I need somebody to take a ride with me. I said, okay, because the man has done a lot for me. We've been friends. I said, hey, as much as I want to sit home on January, February night it was, on a Friday night after teach at school all day. So I said, I'll go with him. So we go up and he pulls up to pick me up. He's got this little red car. I used to call it the red tin can. So we drive up and on the way up on 80, we're driving along maybe 90 miles an hour and I didn't pay attention. You know, I knew we were about 80, 90 miles an hour. And I said, hey, all right, slow down. He says, Paul, I want you to drive. I said, well, you can pull off here on 80 for me to get out and switch. I says, what do you need to do? He says, nothing, I got to check these bets. He had this book. I says, check the bets. He says, yeah, I don't know if I got all the guys' names in the book or not. He had a little book. And I said, okay, pull over. He said, no, I'll pull over. You just take the steering wheel and keep the car on 80. So there I am going about 80, 90 miles an hour, sitting there going like this with the wheel. And I'm thinking, and Marius is still behind the wheel, but I'm going, huh? We get up to the horse track, and I looked again, and I said, Marius. He says, what? He says, what do you want? I said, hey, come here, I want to show you some. Look at those tires, they're as bald as can be. He says, Paul, don't worry about it. Can only get flat on one end. He says it only gets flat on one side. Don't worry about it. That's the upside. I thought, oh my God, I came up here going that fast, me driving, him sitting, and we're going that fast. So he makes a joke out of it. Away we go. Go in, enjoy the night. But only with Marius can you go someplace and not think you're going to enjoy the night, but you're always going to enjoy it when you're with Marius. And I want to say that and I might get a little teary-eyed when I say it, nobody can have a better friend than Marius Durango.
We love you, Marius.
We love you, Marius. And one more story if I can throw it in.
Sure, I'll have to edit this.
I'm in the hospital, and they're gonna put a tube down my nose. No. I pulled it out 4 times, and he said, "You gotta have it in." All of a sudden, I look up. There's Marius. Marius, what are you doing here? He says, "I come down here to talk to you about putting that tube in your nose. Now get it in there." I said, "Marius, I can't get it in." He says, "You'll get it in. Put it in." So only could have got a friend, have a friend like Marius. He's
One of a kind.
one of a kind and a real, true friend. And I couldn't have had a better friend in my life than Marius Durango.
Hi, Marius. Sorry we can't be there today to help you celebrate your 80th birthday. Did you ever think we were going to get this old? I can remember when we used to dance all the time at Les Buzz and the youth center. And boy, we sure could move then, but not now.
You know, Marius, we've done a lot of things in the last 50-some years together, and we've had a great time. And I was thinking back, trying to think of something that I could remember that you would remember. And I think I found 2 things. First of all, do you remember our first trip to Cancun? That was our first vacation together. It was 60 below with the wind chill in Illinois, and by the time we got to the airport, I was frozen. And they were de-icing the plane every 5 minutes. It was a fiasco. But then 4 hours later, we were in 96 degrees, and it was a beautiful vacation. That was the first time I had been on an airplane. The second thing that comes to mind is, and I think the most memorable, is when we went to Las Vegas on 9/11. It was like a ghost town, if you remember correctly. Nobody was open. We couldn't do anything. And then you had plans to go home a day before we did. And I remember that distinctly because it took you 15 hours to get home, and we left the next day, and it took us 4. So I think maybe you could have waited a day. That would have helped that situation.
You know, Marius, we've been friends for about the last 60 years or so, and we really would hope that we can get to see you soon and have some good times together like we did before.
So in closing, Marius, have a great day. Enjoy your 80th birthday. Do everything you think you can possibly do, and we will see you soon.
Hi, Marius. It's Dick and Dina coming by to wish you a happy birthday. I hope you have many more birthdays, and we hope to see you in the spring. Take care. Love you much.
Love you. Have a great time. Take care. Bye.
Hi. Happy 80, Godfather. I'm not talking about a godfather that's sponsoring a person's baptism. You know what I mean. I'm talking about the guy that can get me Red Sox tickets when the games are sold out. I'm talking about the guy that wins every football parlay every week. Favorite quote of yours? You can get anything you want for the right price. You're my favorite white crime-fighting family guy. I love you, buddy. Hope you get a celebration soon that you deserve.
What's up, Uncle? 80 years old. Wow. And here I thought 40 was bad. You doubled up on me, as you always do. Anyway, I'm looking at my clock here. It's a little after 3:30 in the morning. This is usually my wheelhouse, but I just woke up. I'm trying to get my sleep together to work graveyard the next day or two. And I just wanted to take a little time and wish you a happy birthday. I don't have just one memorable moment, as I'm sure everyone else in that room had trouble finding one to say. Probably over half of them that I want to say I could be indicted for. But I'd like to concentrate on what I thought was the most special, thoughtful thing that you've ever done for me. And that would be about 5-6 years ago. You and the boys were on your January trip, and you had left the casino to go back to Illinois before I got there. And you left a note with somebody, and that note was given to me when I got there. And I didn't read it until I got home. I had just put it in my pocket. I had a very busy day. I had a bad day. Just a lot of people grinding on me. And I took this note out, and it reads like this. Dear nephew, thanks again for everything. Sure makes it easiest for us old-timers when you arrange everything as you do. Plus the quote-unquote suckerines made it an extra special touch. P.S. I won't show RJ and Brad the latest power rankings for my nephews. Yeah, as if the power rankings have ever changed in 40 years. Anyway, that meant a lot to me. We always say that this is a thankless job, and it's just nice to know that the extra mile that you do for people doesn't go unnoticed. And I'll always keep that. So anyway, I would love to be there.
Oh yes, I'll have the turkey. Oh, hey Marius, how you doing? I don't just have one memory of Marius. It's more of a smorgasbord, of a buffet, if you will, of memories. It's just Marius being out here with the guys, the jokes, going to eat with them, all these stories, all these great times. So, all right, you can turn that off. Cancel that turkey. I don't want that.
Congratulations. You finally made it. You're the old man down at John's place, where we want to know information from 50, 60 years ago. We used to go to other older, well, you're an old man now. And, but we made it, you know, and we had a good life. We did it all. I mean, we had the horses, we had Vegas, we had the Calcuttas, so many memories. And I just can't believe that you're 80 years old. And there were times when we did have a bad beat, and I wish I'd have been hanging around with Paul Pacetto rather than you. You know, I'd probably have some money right now. And but no regrets. We had a great life. You and Sonny, you two were like brothers to me, you know. I mean, we had so many good times, and God rest his soul, you know. But anyway, hey, waiter, I'll take that turkey plate.
Marius, happy birthday. You're 81 now? Because you've been telling me for 7 months you're 80, so I'm sure this is your 81st birthday. But I can't imagine which story I would pick. But one of the funniest ones is in Las Vegas. We're at the table dining. The dessert cart comes out. You're at the head of the table. You order almost everything on there, about 5 or 6 of them. The waiter starts wheeling the cart away, and you said, hey, come back. These other guys probably want something. And I thought you were kidding, but you weren't. And you ate just about all of them. Marius, it's a great time. You're 80. And today, as I'm doing this, you're on your way down, taking that ride south with that little bag that you're always telling me, it's not so bad. Well, it is.
My favorite memory of Papa is when he drove down to Tuscaloosa with my family to see the Braves play the White Sox and then to see Alabama play. It was really cool to get to see him in all the Alabama gear and of course to see him in his White Sox stuff. And I really wish I could be there today to celebrate his 80th birthday.
What can I say? Happy birthday. I love you. I want you to come back soon. We miss you. Happy birthday to you.
Happiest 80th birthday anyway.
On that note, happy birthday, Marius. Thanks.
Happy birthday. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, MD.
Happy birthday, Marius!
Well, we all want to say something to Marius. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Marius!
Have a great birthday. Love you.
See you, Abel.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Marius.
Happy birthday. Enjoy it.
Nancy and I want to wish you a happy 80th birthday and many, many more, Marius. We love you.
A happy birthday.
Happy 80th birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Marius.
Happy birthday, Marius.
Happy birthday, Marius. And stay well.
Happy birthday.
And happy 80th, and remember, that's just a number. We love you. Bye.
So long. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Marius.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy. Love you.
Happy birthday, Marius. Talk to you soon.
Have a happy birthday and many more to come.
Happy birthday, Marius.
I just want to say happy birthday, Marius, and from a lifelong Cub fan, and I really mean this, go White Sox. Thank you.
So,
Happy
happy
birthday.
birthday!
Happy birthday, Marius!
All right, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We love you.
Bye.
Happy birthday, Papa. Thanks for everything.
Good idea, Ernie. A toast to my big brother George, the richest man in town.